Hebrews say they always black. We say we talk to God. We won't never say he talking back. Lex Luger flexing from these reverends like they torture racks.
Now, whoever wrote this verse in Hebrews was being very dishonest, right? And I want to point this out. In Hebrews 13:5, it says, "Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he has said, or God has said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee." Now, let's see where are they getting this from in the Old Testament. And what did they leave out that it also says in the Old Testament? See, they're not telling us the whole story. Because when we go to look at the red box, God told Jeremiah, "Therefore, behold, I, even I, will utterly forget you and will forsake you in the city that I gave you and your fathers, and cast you out of my presence." So obviously God will forsake you as he did Jeremiah, right? So that's what they're not telling us in Hebrews. They're telling us that God will not forsake us. We see here in Jeremiah, and we'll read Deuteronomy. So in Deuteronomy, they probably got this verse from Deuteronomy, right? Which says, "Be strong and courageous, do not fear or be in dread of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you." Is that the end of the story? Let's read another verse, right? 2 Chronicles 15:2. "The Lord is with you while ye be with him." Listen to this. "And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you." Right? So that's the other half of the story that they're not telling us in Hebrews. God will forsake you as he forsook his own son, Jesus Christ, right? Who Christians believe was innocent. He did everything perfectly. Jesus said the Father always heard him, and the Father failed to grant his request or answer his prayer on the cross and forsook him. Now let's read what David said to Solomon in 1 Chronicles 28:20. David also said to Solomon his son, "Be strong and courageous, and do the work, and do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord my God is with you." Is he really? "He will not fail you or forsake you until all the work for the service of the temple of the Lord is finished." If that is true, then why did God forsake his own son before he even finished his work on the cross? Why did he forsake his son before he finished the work? Yet David is telling Solomon God will not forsake him before he finished the work. Can we trust this God? Right? I don't know if I read Joshua. Let's read the blue box. Let's see what the blue box say. What Joshua say? Joshua says, "No one will be able to stand against you." This is God speaking to Joshua. "No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you." Now, is that the end of the story? Because we see in several scriptures where God continuously forsakes his own servants. He's known for forsaking people, right? So how can you trust in a God that will also forsake you? How can you trust in a God as such, that is known, that has a reputation of forsaking his own people.
Contradiction. 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 It ain't no contradiction, you just need to speak.